What if everything we've been told about Spider-Man, Brand New Day, is a lie? Because right now, hidden inside leaked set footage, comic book references, mysterious trailer clues, and test screening reports, fans think they've already uncovered the movie's secret villain. But that's not even the craziest part. A leaked trailer may have revealed Savage Hulk's full return to the MCU. Spider-Man might be fighting one of the most dangerous Hulks we've seen in years, and according to new reports, the movie's ending is already dividing audiences. So today we're breaking down every major reveal, every hidden clue, every theory, and everything we know about Spider-Man, Brand New Day. Let's get into it. Recently, a brand new set video from Spider-Man, Brand New Day, started spreading across the internet. The footage was filmed in the UK, where production is currently underway. At first glance, it looks like a large action sequence, possibly a chase scene, possibly a fight scene, but fans quickly notice something hidden in plain sight, a license plate. And that license plate appears to read TSM143. Now, for casual viewers, that means nothing. But for comic fans, that's a massive reference, because Amazing Spider-Man issue number 143 features Spider-Man battling Cyclone. Not exactly one of Spidey's biggest villains, but that's not why the comic matters. The real significance comes from another character appearing in that storyline, Miles Warren, better known as the Jackal, the same scientist responsible for creating clones, including Gwen Stacy's clone. And suddenly things get interesting, because this isn't the first possible Jackal reference connected to Brand New Day. Many fans noticed that in the leaked trailer's party sequence, a barrel labeled Jackal beer could be seen in the background. At the time, most people ignored it. Now, not so much. Because when you combine that Easter egg with the TASM number 143 reference, a pattern starts to emerge, and that's exactly why theories are exploding online that the Jackal may secretly be the film's true main villain. Officially, neither Sony nor Marvel has confirmed anything, but there may be another clue. The mysterious voice heard throughout the leaked trailer, a voice discussing the life cycle of spiders. Many fans believe that voice belongs to Keith David. And interestingly enough, Keith David is already listed in the film's cast. Yet Marvel still hasn't revealed who he's playing, which has led many fans to believe he's playing Miles Warren himself, the Jackal. And if that's true, it could completely change what this movie is really about. Now here's where things get even stranger. Some reports aren't convinced this footage belongs to Brand New Day at all. Instead, they claim it may actually be connected to Avengers Doomsday reshoots. If that's true, then Tom Holland's Spider-Man could have a much larger role in Doomsday than previous reports suggested. Of course, there's another possibility. The footage could belong to Brand New Day's post-credit scene, something similar to what we've seen Marvel do recently, especially considering that several recent post-credit scenes were directed separately from the main film. Either way, the connection between Spider-Man and Doomsday refuses to disappear. And speaking of Doomsday, let's talk about one of the biggest clues fans keep bringing up. A while back, Robert Downey Jr. shared an image of Doctor Doom-related material on social media. Fans immediately started analyzing every detail, and hidden among several Easter eggs was what appeared to be Spider-Man's new logo. Some fans believe it belongs to Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Others think it could reference Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. But regardless of which Spider-Man it is, the fact that Spider-Man-related imagery appeared at all has only fueled speculation that Spider-Man's future is more connected to Doomsday than Marvel wants us to believe. So now the question becomes, is this footage from Brand New Day a Doomsday reshoot, or a post-credit scene secretly connecting both films? Because right now, every possibility seems to be on the table. But as huge as those theories are, they're nothing compared to what leaked next. Because according to multiple reports, a higher quality version of the second trailer has surfaced online. And if the leaks are accurate, Savage Hulk is back. Not a hand, not a silhouette, not a shadow, a full reveal. A proper look at Hulk. And before we go any further, consider this your spoiler warning. Because if these leaks are real, they reveal one of the movie's biggest surprises. According to people who've seen the footage, Hulk appears in at least 3 major scenes. The first takes place inside an apartment. Spider-Man and Bruce Banner are both present. Then suddenly, Bruce transforms, and for the first time in years, audiences reportedly see Savage Hulk return. Not Smart Hulk, not Professor Hulk, Savage Hulk. The monster fans have been waiting to see again ever since Thor Ragnarok. The second scene is where things become absolute chaos. Spider-Man versus Hulk. Apparently, Peter spends part of the sequence trying to escape. Hulk pursues him through multiple locations, and at one point, Hulk unleashes his iconic thunderclap. The shockwave is reportedly powerful enough to send Spider-Man flying through the air, and then comes the third scene. The details are less clear, but according to reports, both characters crash through debris and collapsing structures before before Hulk lets out a massive roar, which suggests this fight could be far larger than anyone expected. Multiple buildings, massive destruction, and one of the biggest Spider-Man action scenes ever attempted. But the biggest mystery isn't the fight, it's this. Why did Bruce transform in the first place? And that's where another theory enters the picture. Because the apartment where Bruce transforms appears to be the exact same location where fans previously spotted Jean Grey in earlier leaked footage. In both scenes, the setting appears identical, and according to reports, Jean Grey raises her hand moments before Bruce transforms, which has led many fans to the same conclusion: mind control. If Jean Grey is manipulating Bruce's mind, she could be responsible for unleashing Savage Hulk. A theory that suddenly makes a lot more sense if Marvel is preparing the X-Men's arrival into the MCU. And honestly, the idea of Spider-Man being hunted across the city by a mind-controlled Savage Hulk sounds absolutely insane. The craziest part? Marvel supposedly revealed all of this in the trailer, which means there's a good chance they're still hiding something even bigger inside the actual movie, because Marvel rarely gives away its biggest surprise, and that's exactly why fans are paying attention to another major story surrounding the film: the ending. According to recent reports, internal test screenings have already taken place, and reactions to the ending appear to be mixed, not disastrous, not universally hated, just divisive, which immediately raises one question: what happens at the end of this movie? One possibility comes from earlier plot leaks. Leaks claiming Peter Parker becomes increasingly sick throughout the story, eventually collapsing near Aunt May's grave. If those leaks are accurate, a tragic ending could explain why some audiences reacted negatively. But there's another possibility, a much more emotional one. Jean Grey, MJ, Ned. Several theories suggest Jean Grey may remove the memory barriers created after No Way Home, allowing MJ and Ned to finally remember Peter again. For some fans, that's exactly what they want. For others, it completely undermines the sacrifice Peter made at the end of No Way Home, which would definitely explain mixed reactions. And then there's a third possibility. Maybe audiences simply didn't understand the ending. Marvel test screenings often include people who aren't deeply invested in MCU lore, casual viewers, people who aren't tracking every movie, every Disney Plus series, every post-credit scene. So if Brand New Day ends by setting up larger MCU storylines, mutants, Doomsday, or future Spider-Man arcs, some viewers may naturally find it confusing, which is why these early reactions should probably be taken with a grain of salt. Because right now, nobody outside Marvel truly knows what the final version of the movie looks like. What we do know is this: the Jackal theories are growing. Spider-Man's connection to Doomsday refuses to disappear. Savage Hulk may finally be returning. Jean Grey could be playing a major role, and Brand New Day is starting to look much bigger than anyone expected. But now, I want to hear your theory. Who do you think is really behind everything? The Jackal? Jean Grey? Someone Marvel hasn't revealed yet? And if Spider-Man vs. Savage Hulk actually happens, who walks away from that fight alive? Let me know in the comments, because if these leaks are even half true, Spider-Man Brand New Day could end up being one of the most shocking Spider-Man movies ever made.